Everyone, Disney's newest animated film, Mufasa, is here and it continues the Lion King legacy. But does this prequel measure up to the original? And by original, I mean the cartoon original. And is Disney finally getting back to its story first roots? Before we dive in, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more reviews like this. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So, Mufasa. It uses this framing device to tell its tale. It starts with Simba and Nala leaving their daughter, Kiara, in the care of Rafiki, Timon, and Pumbaa. To comfort Kiara, Rafiki tells the story of Mufasa, who lost his parents as a cub and was taken in by another lion family, including Taka, later known as Scar. Now, their complicated bond is tested when a rogue band of white lions threatens the pack. Through heroism and sacrifice, Mufasa rises as a leader, really uniting the animals of the plains to defeat the rogues. And while the narrative is emotionally rich, the framing device kind of feels a bit unnecessary, adding very little to the story and basically serving mainly to evoke nostalgia. A stronger choice, honestly, would have been to present Mufasa as a true prequel and lean into his story and come at those characters fresh without the frame and ending with Simba's birth and the iconic Circle of Life scene. That would have been stellar. Now, one thing this movie nails is pacing. You're never sitting there wishing it would speed up or slow down. It definitely keeps you locked in from start to finish. The story is compelling and it feels like a return to Disney's story first principle, even with the on the nose nostalgia created by the inclusion of the characters from The Lion King. While I enjoyed most of the music by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who I absolutely love, you could easily have removed every song and the story, it would have still stood on its own, which is how you know the story is strong and well constructed within the film. But let's be honest, Lin-Manuel Miranda's music is the cherry on the cake for this film. His melodies and lyrics bring this energy to the film that make you feel connected to the original Lion King, which I absolutely loved. The characters in Mufasa are really well developed. Mufasa himself, he is both fun and he's noble, and this film really gives you a real sense of how he grew into being the king that we know from the original film. Taka's transformation into Scar, it also makes sense, showing the jealousy and the anger that consumed him, but without trying to make him overly sympathetic. And thank goodness for that, because it would have been awful if they tried to turn Scar into this misunderstood anti-hero or villain, and it would have just been a disaster, frankly. So I'm really glad they didn't do that. However, one disappointing element that was in the film is how they reimagined Mufasa's and Taka's relationship as a found family dynamic. In the original Lion King, they were brothers, and that familial bond added depth to their conflict. By shifting this to simply calling each other brothers, the film kind of lost an opportunity to explore how familial bonds can break down over time or strengthen through conflict. This change made Scar's resentment feel kind of less personal and more like a rivalry over power, which slightly undermined the emotional weight of their story. It also avoided the nuance of showing how Mufasa's rise could have been perceived as eclipsing Taka's place in his own pride, in his own family. Another missed opportunity was exploring the motivations of the rogue lion pack. These ghostly white lions were explained as outcasts from other packs, and their unique coloring also made them visually different. It made me wonder if they were kicked out of their prides because they looked different, or did they get the ghostly white coloring after joining the evil Pride of Lions? That's never really quite addressed. Whatever the reason, their backstory wasn't very well developed. The idea of a group of lions banding together because of their rejection by others is compelling, but instead they just kind of felt like simple villains out for revenge. Simba's daughter, Kiara, she's just lovely. She's playful and she's sweet, and you can't help but smile every time she's on screen. Timon and Pumbaa are fine, but their constant breaking of the fourth wall got a bit tiring, like they were channeling Ryan Reynolds or Deadpool. As a result, it really came off like a cheap way for the film to deliver information to the audience that they couldn't get out there during the marketing campaign. And it started to feel out of place. Finally, Rafiki's role is much bigger, and we get a real sense of who he is and what drives him as a character, and Mufasa's chief counselor. As a result, every character here feels like they had a purpose in this film, and that's something Disney struggled with in Moana 2. So it's really nice to see them solve that issue, giving each character a distinct arc in Mufasa. The animation in Mufasa, or as Disney's marketing team calls it, live action, it really is just animation. It's just really good animation. Granted, I gotta say, it is some of the best animation that I have seen. From the texture of the fur to the way the light reflects in the characters' eyes, every detail is meticulous. I've said it before, but Disney's animation labs, they're just hands down the top of the class, cream of the crop. And there were moments when I had to remind myself that this wasn't real footage of lions running through the plains or playing or climbing mountains. What makes this animation so extraordinary is the use of AI and CGI at a level that truly blurs the line between reality and artistry. The shadows, the texture of the fur, the way the light comes through the grass. Like I said, all of it feels lifelike. This level of realism shows just how far the technology has come. But more importantly, it's not just about technical brilliance. It's about how they bring these characters and landscapes to life, and they make them feel part of the character. Mufasa, it is an absolute triumph in many ways. It's a return to form for Disney, proving that when they focus on storytelling, they can create cinematic magic. The animation is breathtaking, the characters are engaging, and the story hits all the right beats. However, the framing device, again, it felt unnecessary and detracted from the movie's potential as a focused prequel. Ending the film with Simba's birth and the circle of life would have been such a stronger choice, tying it seamlessly back to the original film if they didn't have that framing device. If you're looking for a great holiday movie with the family, or even on your own, because that's how I saw it on my own, this is it. Whether you're a longtime fan of The Lion King or coming into this story fresh, there's something here for everyone. Even with its flaws and the somewhat annoying setup of the story frame, Mufasa is definitely worth the price of the ticket and the time to go out and see this film. That's how good it is. So, are you planning to see Mufasa? If you've already seen it, what did you think? What did you think of that animation? And what about the story? Do you feel like they're getting back to a story first principle here and telling the stories as they need to be told? Or were they leaning in a little bit here and there on the messaging that a lot of people out there have been complaining about? Let's chat about it in the comments. Let me know what you think. All right, everybody, that's it for now. Be sure to give this review a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and why not watch another review? In the meantime, I'll see you later. Bye for now.